Welcome to Look and See Outdoors. It is a beautiful day here on this Christmas Eve weekend. Look at this beautiful bluebird sky. Oh, glory. Man, it is just a gorgeous day. It's been kind of busy here the last couple of days. Always good to have a drink to quench the thirst. Was able to go down to the Barber County management area on Thursday, and I have not had very much luck when I go down there to even seeing an animal while I'm in the stand. However, Thursday I found a spot that I was dialing it in. I saw two yearling fawns, probably does. I was looking at them with binoculars. I never saw any little bumps on their head. One of them was acting like a doe. She knew something was up, and she started doing a little stomp and head bob. They were too small to take. If it had been a mature doe, I'd have brought her out of there. And then probably about another 30 or 40 minutes after that, I heard something up behind me, and I looked, and I could see these vines moving. Kept waiting for a monkey to appear the way it was moving, but it was a buck down on the ground pulling and eating some of the leaves off of that vine, and it wound up being old. Probably a 1.5 year old Spike. So he was not a legal deer for the management area. Down there in all of Barber County, you have to shoot a buck that is 3 points on each side. Did you get it, Barry? Yeah. Finley found a little wren in our shed. I had shut it up the other day, and it was about to start raining. I guess a little bird had gotten in there, and he found it dead just a little while ago, so he went and buried it. We're going to be getting into some stuff, or at least I am. I don't know about you. What are you getting into? My horn. He's got my horn. You fixing to blow it? Something. Who does this besides me? Buy things and forget that you buy things, and then you find them. Man, I've had this thing for well over a year. Merry Christmas to me. I bought this thing. I'd forgotten about it. It was last year sometimes. Man, I believe it was summer of 2021 when I actually bought this big boy Silky saw. I'm fixing to put it to use. Y'all stand by. Let loose the dogs of war. Oh, can you blow it?
Ready?
You ready? That's not bad. Joker got the zoomies. Got the horn blowing zoomies. Where'd he go? Silver bell. Man, this thing. What? It's like a samurai katana right here. Boy, that thing. We're going to see how good these are. I've got a little bitty one, a little pocket one. It's about that long to open up. It works good. But we need some firewood for the stove. I'm going to do some cooking. And I've got some oak that I'm going to use so I can have some good heat. Got the skillet.
And a plate with a fork.
Well, I'm ready to eat. Reseasoned my old skillet. I'm fitting to knock you side the head with this. You keep blowing that thing.
Is that the one that you bought, or is that actual?
If I bought or actual? Well, it's actual, and I did buy it sometime in the past. We're going to be doing some cabbage.
Bye-bye.
And the South's finest and soon-to-be world-famous Conecuh sausage. It may be world-famous now, I don't know. Down out of Evergreen, Alabama. Conecuh. This stuff is it's fantabulous. Got a head of cabbage. I'm going to be cutting this up. An onion and a bell pepper. I'm going to cook this stuff up over the stove. And it's going to be good. Just hanging out like hobos today. But we're going to be hobos that's going to eat good. Right, this stuff is cooking. Got the fire going. Man, this smells as good as it's looking. I'm about to put some my favorite seasoning right here. Lawry's. That's how I pronounce it. Good stuff's happening. It has warmed up quite a bit today. We've got rain coming in. It always warms up before it rains here, unless it's a big cold front coming out of the north, which we don't get those that often. That is so good right there. Most of our systems push out of the southwest, or from the south, out of the Gulf. I think we're about, depending on where we go, about 3.5 to, if we go down to Florida, we're 3.5 hours away from the Gulf of Mexico. We'll go down to Orange Beach, that's about a 4.5, 5-hour drive. Orange Beach, Gulf Shores area. Man, this stuff is smelling so good. Finley just walked down here bringing me some stuff, and he said, "Dad, that smells good." I don't know if we were recording then. He doesn't like cabbage, but he liked the smell of it, so there's hope. That cabbage is, look at this stuff cooking down, getting tender. Let it cook a little longer. I'm fixing to put some of the delectable Conecuh sausage in there. That's just the just original flavor. They've got Cajun. You know, I'm sitting here trying to think. They have some hot varieties. All of it's good. That's just their, I guess it's the original smoke. Tell you what, let's look at the package and see what the package says. Hickory smoked sausage from the Kanaka. It's gone up in price too. It used to be about $4.99 a pound. Now it's $6, almost $7. But it's still good enough to spend that money on. I love this little stove. I know y'all have heard me say that. Look at that fire. Got that green. Oh, burning good. Got it going. Got it stoked real well. These videos should come with a smell, because that's a smell you would enjoy. Years ago, we had a fair that would come to town. And there are smells that take you back to a place in time. And the smell of that onion and that bell pepper. I am on the Goodings $1 Million Midway. It is October. We have checked out of school. And it's a group of friends from high school. And we are there for the day till our parents, usually it would be my dad, would come pick us up. And it would be 10, 11 o'clock at night. But those sausage dogs that they would cook up, all that food along the Midway, that smell coming out of that frying pan right now has kicked that memory. That's a good memory. Alright, it's cooking up good. This stuff. Oh man, there's no words for that. A little bit of this cabbage. I like it when it still has that, a little bit of that crunch to it. Ooh, that onion was in there too. Ooh, another piece of that delectable, always good Kanaka sausage. It's gonna be right. Ooh, I just ate a big bowl full of this. I don't even know what to call that. It's so good. You just get a head of cabbage, some sausage. If you are lucky enough to live in an area where Kanaka sausage is sold, I would highly recommend you buy you a pack of that. Use it. The only other sausage I can think of that comes close to Kanaka, I can't even think of the name of it, but it's out of South Georgia. And it's this pack of sausages that I found. And they're in these links. They have jalapeno in them. My daughter, she loves them. And they are good. I think it comes 5 in a pack. Something Farms. I can't remember the name of that. But they come pretty close to being as good as Kanaka. Some folks have made comments about my hat. This is the Lane Frost. See his signature there? Lane Frost was a bull rider back in the 80s, and in 1989 he was killed after riding a bull named Taking Care of Business in Cheyenne, Wyoming. It happened in June of the summer of 1989. He had actually covered that bull, and he dismounted, and the bull turned and hit him with one of the horns. And from what I understand, the horn hit him in such a way. This was back before they wore the vest like we wore when I was messing around with bull riding. They didn't have them, at this time. And the bull hooked him. And from what I understand, it never actually punctured into him, but it broke a rib, and the rib lacerated his heart. So he pretty much bled to death in the arena. And Lane Frost was a world champion bull rider. So I assume this is his family who's carrying on his memory. And if you just Google Lane Frost hats, they'll pop up. But I've had a couple of people comment about this particular cap, and it's one of my favorites. All these trucker styles, snapbacks. I've got a big head, 7 3/4. So normally it's 2 snaps, but this one is 3. So they make them a little bigger. But this is one of my favorite caps. That old gnarly rodeo bull right there. But Lane Frost was one of my heroes in my younger days. He still is. He's long gone, but he was. Y'all look him up, watch some of that footage of him riding bulls. That joker was like a rag doll. Him and Tuff Hedeman and I believe it was Cody Lambert. They were big traveling buddies. And it was a time that bull riding was up and coming. And I think after his death, they kind of started doing the vest started coming in on the scene for bull riding to protect those riders from getting hooked or stomped. I know when I rode the few bulls that I did, I was glad I had that vest on a couple times. I got stepped on, and man, that 1,500 pound animal stepping on you and it hits that vest, it's a lot better than it hitting you. But anyway, I just kind of want to make mention about this hat. So just Google Lane Frost hats and they'll pop up, and there's a whole bunch of them that you can pick from. So guys, y'all look up Lane Frost hats. I'm cooking the rest of the cabbage, and I had me a bowl full. Man, that stuff was so good. So this is the rest of it. Alright, somebody just pulled up our driveway, so I need to go find out who is here. See who that is. You know it. My wife is home. So that's a good thing. So while I'm up and moving, I always like finding wood to burn. This is good. Dry wood. Stoke that stove back up and finish cooking that food down there. We're going hunting in the morning?
Yeah. We're gonna get one of these deer.
I shot this deer.
I shot it when I was 87.
I want to say 1996, if I remember correctly. This in Finley. If you look, there's a little point right there. Boing! I always called this a 6-pointer, but it's actually a 7-pointer. in I believe it was 1996 when I shot this deer. I could look into my pictures, my little portfolio of deer. And here comes somebody else walking down here. Alright, so this buck right here, I shot him one evening in Smut Eye, Alabama. And I believe it was in 1996. Way before this thing right here was born. Before he was even a gleam in my eye. So, I was sitting there on this bottom. And I heard a shot up on a green field. This deer comes down in on me. And he's moving like this. Boom, and I shoot him with a 6mm rifle. He's moving like that.
Nobody cares.
And I care.
I don't.
I care.
I don't.
Do you care, Finley?
About what?
About what I'm saying.
Him shooting a deer.
Yes, I care.
You're me writing.
My dad cared because he was with me that evening. I shoot, the deer collapses.
The only thing...
Yeah, how'd that work for you? Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, man.
Take a seat.
So, he just... Deer piles up. We bring him. And Finley brings him out of the shed. This was a good deer. It was a good buck. Oh man, I'm gonna... Long time ago, bucks. Before all these things were running around. Especially this one. Saying that thing is loaded, son.
Burn the shit, and then you're gonna burn us. What side is that? It's half of a moon.
I think they're talking about a full moon for Christmas.
It has like an inch away from me.
An inch away?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a long way.
How?
It's a lot further than an inch away.
Oh.
Come on.
There's only one.
Let's get something to eat.